You have been saving your emergency for the wrongest way, and I'm going to show you how you can do it the smart way. Right. Hi, my name is Gift Onyeka, your financial bestie, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can save your emergency fund the smart way. Now, for those of us who are in um the 9 to 5 system, we know that emergency funds are important. But just in case you don't know what emergency funds are, right? I'm going to put you through on what emergency funds are. Now, emergency funds are those funds that comes or those bills that comes with unexpected announcement. Yes, sis, you heard me right. Those unexpected announcements that after your budgeting, you didn't plan for them, but they had planned for you. They had plans for you. Just like your car breaking down on your way to work, or your family members calling you that there is an emergency back at home and you need money to solve that problem. Or within the week, there is an emergency that probably there is a hike in fuel price and the original amount that you planned for to take you to work in the next 1 month cannot take you to work. Now, these are unforeseen emergencies that comes and life will always throw that at you. So, but how can you be smart to be able to, I got this. Like I got this. Is to be is to have an emergency fund. Emergency funds will save you in those days when you don't have to call anyone to borrow money from. You don't have to make or be under duress to meet some certain needs. Remember, one of my goals is that you are able to live a very, very relaxed life. Now, I wanted to use the word soft life, but I know that there are also men who might be watching this, and the word soft comes in a way where it has to do with feminine energy, right? Where you live in your soft era. So, I'm just going to say where you are able to live a comfortable life. You're not under duress. There is no emergency that will make you not be able to sleep at night. So relax. Your financial bestie is here to be able to, I'm going to show you how you can not just save that money in 2025, as at the time of this recording, right? You can't be saving your money in the bank. What I mean by that is you can't just have money lying around in the bank. For the longest time, we were giving that orientation that you have to save money, you have to save money, you have to save money. But trust me, that is the biggest scam of all time. And you know why nobody's talking about it? Because there are people who it is beneficial to, right? And they are cashing out. Now, one of the things that was used to be able to capture our mind is because prior to this time, people will definitely keep their money at home, either under their mattresses or in a box, or if you had a grandmother like mine that will always tie hers at the hem of her wrapper, right? Or I used to see my grandmother have something like a waist bag under her wrapper. So you know that then women tie two wrappers, right? The first one, then she'll wear that waist bag, right? And then she'll now cover the second. She'll use the second wrapper to cover her waist bag that had her money. That was her life savings. But what people we kind of like migrated or evolved from that kind of savings to now having a house, a more secured house where our money is being saved. But the question we don't ask is, do these people just carry the bulk of our money and dump it in that building that you're seeing that is called a bank? And the answer is no. That's not what they do. What they do is that that money is being invested into things. They either buy lands or they loan people or they invest it in so many ventures into businesses. Now they have experts who run background check on these investment opportunities, and they put in their money there. So in 2025, you need to learn how to be smart and not just keep enriching your bank. Now, the most annoying thing about these banks is that they will still use your money to enrich themselves, and they keep charging you. They will bill you for transfers, they will bill you for cards that you're not even using, they will bill you for saving your money with them. The bills are endless. And that is why I need you to get angry like me and become smart with your money by investing. So you're going to act like the banks even while you're saving your emergency funds. Emergency funds are very, 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 very necessary. Now, for like I said before, for those of us who are in the 9 to 5, truth be told is that except you are in government, there is every possibility that you could wake up one day and your job, which seems secure, has been taken away from you. It's very possible. It's also possible that life circumstances could happen and you're not able to go to the work that you are used to going to by your strength, by your energy. There has to be something that you can fall back to. So, one of the things you need to do is to build an emergency fund. But we're going to build an emergency fund in a very smart way. Now, if once you're done with your whole budgeting, your expenses for the month, budgeting for emergency fund is at least saving up to 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. What did I say? Your monthly expenses, right? So you have to know how much you spend in a month. Let's take for instance that in a month you spend 500,000 meeting your home, taking running your home, your transportations, your fuel, your skincare, your hair care, your outing, probably 500,000 or more. Now you have to be able to have at least 6 months of that monthly expenses saved somewhere. So we are going with you. Let's take for instance that 500,000 is the amount that you spend every month, right? So we are going to save 500,000 times 6, which is like 6, which is 3 million naira. Imagine just 3 million naira just lying around in the bank doing nothing. No, darling. We need to find a way to put that money to work to be generating money daily, monthly, or quarterly for us. So, what are we going to do? Now, you're going to take your emergency fund saving, right? And you're going to split it into three baskets instead of just taking the whole money and saving in an account that you have, which is called your emergency fund account. You're going to split it into three. Now you're going to have you save one part of it, which is at least 10 to 20% of that amount, right? Into somewhere you can easily access immediate cash that you can easily access, right? Now we're going to also take 30 to 40% of it and put in a high yield savings account. This is usually done by the bank, but it's not a regular saving account. You could walk into your bank and ask them that you want to open a high yield interest saving account. I'm going to get list a number of banks who that does that in Nigeria here, and then number three, you're going to save 40 to 60% of it, right, in a short-term investment. So, guys, get your pen and paper. we are in that part where you're going to learn where to save your or where to invest your mutual funds, so that at the end of the day you have this money making more money for you. Like I will always say in all of my videos, right? The goal is to be able to send your money to work to make more money for you, no matter the level where you are, whether you are upcoming, you're comfortable, or you are already rich. This is the smart ways where you can put money to work. So let's get back to number one. What did I say? Number one is so immediate cash. You need to be able to put that money in somewhere within just a click like this, right? You get that money back. Just a click, you get that money back. One of it is all of these fintech banks that pay daily interest. So we have fintech banks like Kuda. We have fintech banks like Piggyverse. We have um there's this other one that's I think Money Point also does that, right? They pay interest daily. There's one OPay, yes. OPay also does that. But you have to be careful that you don't put so much money. Because there was a time I kind of like did a survey asking people where will they comfortably put their money, in a traditional bank or in a fintech bank. Most fintech banks are secured because they are well registered and they are also monitored by CBN, right? But people still, because we are generally used to our traditional banks, we believe they are more secure. And because some of them you could walk into the bank and lay your complaints, why some of these fintech banks don't have that privilege, or you don't have that system where you can just easily walk into their buildings. But some of them are trying to come up these days, and they're having like a traditional bank, an office you could walk into and lay a complaint. So that's why I we say at least 10 to 20% of your mutual, oh sorry, I didn't say mutual fund, of your emergency fund, right? Save there for quick cash. Quick cash. You can get that money out within a split of seconds to meet your needs. So number two, let's get to number two, right? Guys, are you getting something from this? Yeah, you are. You should be getting something. So you don't just save your emergency fund in a regular bank and just dump it there, expecting the day that life unannounced bills will meet it there. No, you put it to work. Okay, now let's go to number two, right? Number two is opening a HYSA account, which is a high yield interest saving account. Now, there are different systems that do this. We have banks like Access Bank, we have Access like UBA, we have banks like FCMB, we have banks like First Bank. Most of the banks do this. But in my community, right, when I started talking about high interest saving accounts, right, when I sent most or when most of our community members went there, when I mean community members, if you don't know about the Path To Wealth community, we have a community we call Path To Wealth community, and that's for those that are in the path that are in the Path To Wealth Masterclass, where all of these things I'm talking about is explained in details, and I tell you the procedure how you can start doing this. Because most of the banks, when you walk into it, because they don't want you to know about this, they will sometimes deny that they don't know what you're talking about until you insist, right? That you know that there is an account that pays interest monthly, not just a normal saving account, a special account that pays interest monthly on your savings. That's when some of them, most times, they will want to, you know, push fixed deposits on you. uh it's part of it, but remember we are trying to, get involved in something that you can easily get your cash just in case life unannounced or unexpected circumstances plays itself. So let's get to it. So one, you can go to any of the local banks and do that. Tell them you want to open a high interest saving account, and they will do that for you. But if you need more details, you could join the Path To Wealth Masterclass, and where I get to hold your hand across. But aside that, you can walk into the bank and you get this. So and also you can do this on Bamboo. Bamboo has been able to make like a 360 system for people to be able to invest across every investment system, right? So you can do a fixed deposit um on on this particular system. But one of the good things about Bamboo is that you can do this in a dollar fixed asset, dollar fixed account, right? I think they give about 8% annually. Remember, like I will always say, we are trying to preserve the value of our money. So you can check out Bamboo. I'm going to leave my link under this video where you get to see my link to sign up for with Bamboo and begin to do this within the just few clicks, and you're able to do this with them. And then number three is investing in short-term investments, right? So this has to be like 40 to 60% of your money. The first one is 10 to 20%. You know what's comfortable for you. The second one is 30 to 40. The third one is 40 to 60% of this investment emergency fund, right? Now, what are the investments that are available, which are short-term investments that you can do? You can do mutual fund, you can do treasury bills, you can do commercial bills, right? Commercial papers. You can put that money in them. Some of them give from exciting return for like 17 to 25% of your investment. So now you have been able to create a robust system that is making money for you. You have the one that is giving you 10, or sorry, that is giving you daily interest that you can easily take out and meet your need. You have the one that is with the traditional bank or a fixed account somewhere that is paying you at least 8%. We also have piggyvest also does that. You can also put your money in piggyvest and you are getting interest on this. Then number three, which I said, is mutual funds. You can put your money in treasury bills, you can put your money in government bonds that pay at least from 17 to 25% of your investment. Remember, our goal is for you to be able to invest the smart way and make your money work for you. I'm very sure that you've been able to enjoy this session and you've gotten something out of this. So you're not just saving your mutual fund because the regular guru will tell you to save your mutual fund, have your mutual sorry, oh my god, I'm so in love with mutual fund. Have your emergency fund saved. Save your 6 months of your emergency fund, save your, but nobody's telling you the smart way to do that. And that's why I'm your financial bestie and I've been able to show you how you can do that. Now, if you're looking at other investments or investments explained to you in details, I would advise that you join our community, which is the Path Towards community, right? Where you get investment opportunities announced to you. I get to show you what I'm investing in part time and the reason why you can easily copy me or replicate what I'm doing is because I've taken out the time to do proper investigations on this investment, and you are just going to just do the exact thing. I'm going to share with you how I do all the investment that I do, how I built a 360 portfolio, how I'm trying to retire early, and how I am achieving that. All of that link I'm going to leave below here so you can start doing that once you are ready. And we'll be so glad to have you join our community. Thank you for watching this. I'm sure this have been able to help you. Until our next video, bye.